Slo Tom. So rumor has it, because he was just telling me this off camera. Jump right in. How did you manage to select the song? Because you say you've got this big backlog.
I got this huge backlog.
A lot of songs that some would just be maybe for you on stage, but some would be perfect for the band. How did you end up picking them?
That's right. Well, I was thinking, the May 24th Victoria Day or whatever, Victoria Day was coming up, and I thought, what should I do? And I looked through all the songs I have, and it was very easy for me to put together, this sort of really rollicking, fun set that would have been sort of part 2 of this record.
Right.
And that would have been great. It would have been. I would have been really happy with that. But I thought, I should probably I should maybe do something weirder. And so I kind of came up with this concept.
Is that maybe your natural inclination?
Well, you don't want to do stuff too much the same, right?
Yeah.
And so I started kind of looking through these lists of these different songs, and I thought, I had this one song from this old demo I did years and years ago when I was really sick. There was a time where I was really sick, and I was all messed up, and I was really, really sick and in the hospital for a long time, and I was all like 110 pounds, and I have a picture of my girlfriend, my wife, holding me like a baby and stuff like that. I was all messed up. I was like, anyways, I wrote this song called I'm Sick during that time, which is a really disturbing, weird song, right?
Okay.
And but I love it. And so I thought, I might have a bit of a concept here. And so I started going through all these lists of songs I had, and I kind of put together this sort of weird concept bunch of songs under the concept of calling the record I'm Sick, right?
Okay.
But I didn't want it to be I did not want it to be like a really black kind of I didn't want it to be depressing at all.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I thought there was this sort of interesting concept here. I put it together, and at first the guys were unsure, and then they kind of got where I was going and realized how funny a lot of the songs were.
Yeah.
And I wrote a little sort of explanation of it, that the songs are about people that are, ill or just having a hard time with their life, and yet still humor being present in it. Yeah. But I'm going to do I should have known I couldn't hold her, which is part of this whole concept. But anyways, I kind of put this thing together, and it worked out really good. There's just there's some head scratching stuff, but it's all has a humorous element to it and a very empathetic element to it.
Yeah. I'm dying to hear this song now, but I'm curious. You were talking before too about your the promotional side.
Mm-hmm.
So you've recorded this new record,
right?
It's in production. You've got to do the artwork and all that kind of stuff.
Got to do all that stuff.
You've been talking a lot. I mean, we've talked a bit before about how you're trying to get a lot onto videos on YouTube,
right?
Get more of a web presence
Mm-hmm.
going. That's something you seem to have kind of avoided, maybe for the last at least for the Slo Tom stuff. You haven't really had, I don't even think you have a Slo Tom website.
Well, I do now.
Okay.
I got a laptop for Christmas. I have joined the modern age. I got my 9-year-old son to help me set it up. Everything is good. I have a Facebook page now, which I always avoided. Yeah. But, because I when I put this record out in 2000 or 99, I didn't need to do any of that stuff, I mean, it was fine. And then because I'm actually putting out records, and I had to promote shows and I had to do all that kind of stuff, I have a MySpace page, and I have a Facebook page, and I haven't set it up yet, but I own slotommusic.com, I think. One of those things. I can't remember what it's called, but something like that. And so I've been kind of dealing with all that kind of stuff, which I don't really like, but you got to do it, right? I mean, you don't have any choice. You got to do it.
At this point in your career, I mean, you had a lot of success in the younger years with Furnace Face. It was a very successful act. Are you looking to repeat that? Kind of like what's your goal in terms of this?
I think that
promotional.
My attitude has always been, and even back then, my attitude has always been, just do the thing. If opportunities present themselves, take them. I will do everything that I can. But so much of it requires me sitting at the kitchen table, filling out grant applications, applying to festivals, updating my page and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. And it's like fishing. You just do the stuff. You do the best thing you can, and then sometimes things happen, sometimes things don't happen. I am not. If nobody cares, like I sort of said earlier, I'm still going to do it. Yeah. It's just my thing, right? Yeah. And but I'm very fortunate. I mean, I feel really fortunate. I play in this band, and we play these shows, and people actually come out, and they actually are really into it, and they like the songs, and they laugh, and they yell stuff, and I get played on CBC, and I get interest in all this kind of stuff. That's great. That's amazing. I always said, back in the Furnace Face days, if we could have done the exact same thing 5 years earlier of what we did. Our first single came out in '89. We could have done the exact same thing in '84 or '85. Nothing would have happened. Yeah. We could have done the exact same thing 5 years later, and nothing would have happened. We happened to be just out of good luck. We were in the exact right place at the exact right time, and we managed to kind of ride this whole thing, and it was an amazing 10 years. Well, my attitude is just, you do what you do, and then if opportunity presents itself, you take it as far as you can. But it doesn't make a difference. I'm still going to write a stupid song. I'm still going to play it, and people are still going to laugh, and that's the important thing to me.
Cool. Well, let's have one more track from Slo Tom.
Okay. Well, I'm going to do. Was it "Oh Karen" or I should have?
You already did "Oh Karen."
Okay. I'm going to do. I should have known I couldn't hold her. And you chase that girl, you never catch her, but we still do these things regardless of whether they actually come to fruition.
All right. Thanks so much, Slo Tom.
Thank you. That's great. I should have known I couldn't hold her. I should have known she'd never stay. I should have known I couldn't hold her. Ah, the one that got away. Alright, here we go. I fell for her that fall as the green turned brilliant red, and she warmed me as September's nights grew long. With hair like fields of gold, where we wandered hand in hand by the flurries of November, she was home. I should have known I couldn't hold her. I should have known it was gonna end. I should have known I couldn't hold her, and I'd end up sad again. I should have known I couldn't hold her. I should have known it was gonna end. I should have known, baby, I should have known. Well, I waited all that winter for a letter or a call. Christmas came and went without fail, and my New Year's resolution was to smoke her out again, and then track her like a bloodhound on the trail. And I searched for her that spring as the trees began to bud, and they said she left before the April rain. And I caught a glimpse of her that summer, but she was gone by Labor Day. I guess she'll always be the one that got away. I should have known I couldn't hold her. I should have known she'd never stay. I should have known I couldn't hold her. Ah, the one that